I take refuge. How can you say to my soul, flee like a bird to your mountain? For behold, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow to the stream to shoot in the dark.
Hello and welcome to week 2 of a series that we've called Songs for the Journey, looking at some of the Psalms' themes of landscape, nature and journey, and also some of the work and words of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. So a question for you: do you like the stars? And hey, who doesn't? During the lockdown era, the British general public were asked to take part in a nationwide show of appreciation for the staff of the National Health Service. The organisers of the Clap for Our Carers initiative planned a round of applause each week as a display of gratitude to doctors, nurses and all those who tackled the COVID-19 situation. I am very glad to live in a country with a functioning health service, and I am grateful for the care and assistance I've received when I've required it. And although an imperfect system operated by imperfect people, I'm sure most of the country and most of the people listening to this could say they have been supported in one way or another by the NHS over the years, and for that they are thankful. Our medical professionals are sometimes called, and I would echo this, stars. So why were people and neighbours only coming out of their houses to clap en masse during the COVID era? Well, perhaps it was a little bit like the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Only when it is dark enough can you see the stars." Maybe it is in life's bleakest chapters that the courageous, noble, selfless and lovely become more apparent. It is when we have the least amount of light around us from other sources that the stars can be seen most clearly. If you have ever been underground, whether it was caving or going through the Ramsgate tunnels, when they have turned the lights off, or something of that ilk, you may have experienced the feeling of being in the pitch black. There is a thick darkness that can seem oppressive and tangible and perhaps scary. I'm not especially afraid of the dark, but in those moments you would be grateful for any light. Of course, in the cultures of biblical times, and particularly in the more rural communities, there was nothing much in the way of streetlights. Perhaps the rarity of it made light more precious to them and appreciated. Perhaps that is why light is sometimes used as a metaphor for God, because perhaps it is when we are in our darkest and most difficult or most dangerous situations that the things that bring us comfort, safety or help are most valued. One of my favourite psalms is the 27th, and it touches on these themes. It says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. For in the day of trouble he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his sacred tent and set me high upon a rock." I have no doubt there will be people who are listening to this who will be going through some form of dark times. This could be to do with health or mental health. It could be relational or financial, or due to a bereavement, or any number of things. Whatever your darkness is, my prayer, and I think a real possibility for you, is that you could find God as a source of light and comfort and safety and help and strength. May God help us all.
For the Lord is righteous, He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold His face. For the Lord is righteous, He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold His face. For the Lord is righteous, He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold His face. The Lord is in His holy temple. The Lord's throne